Hello guys, good evening. This is Tina. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to write an interceptor in Spring MVC project. And I just give one very simple example here, which is to record how long a request is being processed by controller method. So let's start. I already create a package here called Interceptor, and next step I'm going to do is create a class called ProcessingTimeLogInterceptor. Okay, and here I'm going to implement handler interceptor. And in order for a class to be an interceptor in Spring, you have to implement the handler interceptor. And in the handler interceptor, it has three methods. You can just choose whatever you want to override. Pre-handle method gonna be invoked before the controller method is being called. Post-handle method is gonna be called after the controller methods is being invoked. After completion method is gonna be called after the page is being rendered, because in your controller you return a JSP page, right? After that GSP page is rendered, it will call this callback method called after completion. So you just choose what the methods you want to override to match your requirements. And for our simple requirement today, we just need to override pre-handle and post-handle method. And now I'm gonna add, and here using public, and here using public, and here HTTP server request and HTTP server response. You can see I cannot import. So the problem is in my pom.xml, I don't add the dependency for the JavaX servlet. Servlet API, this one, okay? And it's better to provide a scope is provided, okay? It won't wrap into your WAR files being deployed to the Tomcat. Now you can import servlet and the response, okay? And for here, there's one method called system that current time in milliseconds, and then I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the start time in the request scope. Okay, set attribute called start time and start time. Later on, then I can retrieve in the post handle. Okay, so in my post handle, I will do the same thing. First, I will get the end time, which is system dot current milliseconds. Then I'm gonna retrieve the value from request scope I set before I get attribute, and the key gonna be the one you set. It's gonna, because it's the same request, right? So you can get a value, and the get attribute will always return object for you. Okay, you need to customize to be a long type. Here, customize done casting. And next one, I'm gonna do it. It's better you have a logger, then you log to your properties files or .log files. Here, to be simple, I just output it to the console. Okay, and you can say processing this request. You can get the request dot get the request URL. Then you can add other method took how long the milliseconds. You can do is using end time minus the start time, right? And now you have a interceptor here. Next one is you have to register to tell Spring how to find your interceptor. To configure that, you have to do in this configuration file what you can do, you can using MVC. It has something called the interceptors, and then you can register an MVC interceptor, okay, and you can give pass. Suppose my interceptor is for all the requests that comes to our website, and you can give an bin and give a class. Class is to find your interceptor, which is this interceptor, and you give a package, and then you dot processing time, okay. So now let's run and show you if everything works. You can change the path to filter, okay, like what you did in the Java servlet. You can, like you did in the Java servlet API when you configure for the servlet. It's the same thing. Okay, deploy successfully. Deploy successfully. Let me clear. And now I'm gonna go back to here, make a request. Also here, make a request to user and add. Okay. Process successfully, and let's go back to the console. The console doesn't go through our interceptor, which is weird. Do you know why? Because here in our URL we have /user/add, and in order to map this slash, you have to using what? You have to using 2 asterisk, because 1 asterisk doesn't match the slash. Okay, so let's redeploy. Deploy successfully. Let me rerun here. Okay, and you can see processing this request, this URL took 51 milliseconds. And now if I go and like submit, okay, if I go and submit, add, then we go back, you will see processing this add, because in our, when I click add, right, it actually make 2 requests, because in my post it redirect to the URL user detail. That's the reason when I click add button, it make 1 request, which is go to your post request. Okay, the other one is actually to redirect to the user details. That's why you see 3. This one is retrieve the form, and this one is after you click the buttons. Okay, this is a simple implementation of the processing time interceptor. Actually, you can use the interceptor to do a lot of things. Suppose we talked about it before, yes, for the application context attributes. When we talk about that time, we're actually using the HTTP servlet API, which is using servlet context to set attribute to add attribute. And you can using the interceptor. Suppose here you put a request.set attribute before all the handler mapping, right? Before all the methods which you configure, like this // which means this start time you can retrieve in every controller class, okay, methods, and you can also be available in every GSP page if you do like this, okay, and if you configure like this way, so your start time will be global, kind of like that. So you don't need to using servlet context, you can using the interceptor to achieve to have a global attribute. So that's it for the interceptor. And this version I using the XML, and for the Java config, you just need to override the addInterceptor that methods. Then you can register the processing time interceptor. I want to make another demo for you. I will provide the configuration inside the description. If you're interested, you can go to the description and then take a look at the code. Okay. Thank you so much, and see you next time.